Everyone, today we're going to be talking very briefly about the pros and cons of using RAW versus JPEG. Stay tuned. A JPEG file is a compressed file and a RAW file is a uncompressed file. But what does that mean? So put it in terms like this. Put it in terms of an orchestra where you have a 60-piece orchestra and that represents the RAW file. Or you have a CD which represents the JPEG file. With the JPEG file, in order to change the bass, the volume, the treble, etc., it affects all the instruments on the CD because they're being baked in. So you can't go in and isolate a certain instrument. So you can't isolate, say, the drums or the bass guitar. You turn up the volume on the CD and all the volume turns up on all the instruments. With a RAW file, the opposite happens. You have the ability to go into an orchestra and tweak each individual instrument on its own. And because of this ability, you have far more control over the file. Because you have more control over the file, it allows your post-processing to be more detailed and more nuanced. It comes with, however, a downside because a uncompressed file, a RAW file, is way bigger than a compressed file. So JPEGs essentially are normally smaller than your RAW file. There's nothing wrong with shooting in JPEG, as if you don't intend to do any post-processing, then that's fine. And then a lot of cameras, they do themselves allow you to select a certain type of file size when it comes to JPEG. Most modern cameras now allow you to shoot both JPEG and RAW at the same time. So you can have the best of both worlds, and if you want to do a bit more processing, then you can use the RAW file. If you're joining the community here on the channel to improve your photography, then you also want to improve your post-production, your editing skills. So it makes it easier to edit with a RAW file. So I would encourage you to shoot in RAW, or at least both RAW and JPEG. A big thank you for joining me on my channel today. I do appreciate your time, and I hope you have found this information useful. And I'll catch you next time. Stay safe.